My face is existing.
Okay, we are recording now.
Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Master Night with your wonderful heroes, Wilda the Water Bee,
I did a reading for today. Out of character.
Spencer the Super Cat,
I'm learning.
Dahlia the Living Dead Girl,
If they're just serving chicken sandwiches for lunch, I'm in trouble.
Jace the Technomancer,
Man, I'm not used to sitting at the end of the lunch table.
and Transient the Matter Manipulator.
I wonder if I can repair the shopmaster's leg or not.
And I'm the GM of this wonderful game. Last time on Master Knot, school has started and no one is happy with the current classroom scheduling. After saving lives from a fire, our heroes ran straight into class, but something seemed amiss as students from AP classes were being scheduled with special needs students. Along with that, one believes that the suspect is amongst them. How will they deal with school, and who started the fire? Find out today. As we return back to the middle of lunch going on, as you all are being somewhat herded into the main cafeteria, Spencer is already up ahead, talking to a few group of. You can tell that they're special needs, especially with the teacher that's keeping them close together, and they're already ahead in the lunch line far to the left. There's three main lines, as everyone is up there. The back of the wall seems to be a simple wall with a few like glass windows per se, that you can see people distributing food, sometimes money, sometimes just a slip of paper, sometimes nothing at all. But you can tell this is where everyone gets their lunches. You've had this experience before in your growing up. Well, we know what Spencer is doing, and we'll get back to him here shortly. What is everyone else doing? Starting with Wilda.
I'm going into the lunch line, getting my lunch, and then trying to sneak into the bathroom.
All right, as you do that, go ahead and give me a stealth roll as you walk past the groups of cliques, people, friends, and certain associates, classroom associates, club associates. You definitely hear someone from the football group trying to gather more people for the football games. You do hear some of the ruder ladies, mean girls, if you would like to call them, but we're not even ahead at that movie yet. Some of the ruder chicas like making comments and making sure no one gets over to theirs. So that is a 12.
Shit, Transient might even see me. I'm keeping it.
She is keeping it, and Transient's
Yo!
natural perception is 13. So yeah, he does. He's actively keeping an eye lookout, and you do see her trying to slink off over towards the women's bathroom. Attempt to slink into the lunch line while she's trying not to be seen. But you catch her in her usual school wear, which is the overlarge hoodie.
Yeah. It's not usual school
with
wear.
long jean pants. I don't know about you.
I'm not like other girls. Anyways.
So with Transient somewhat hot on her heels, as he did say he's looking for Wilda. Was there anything else you wanted to do, Transient and/or Wilda, since these two seem to be in tandem with each other?
I'm just trying to hide. I think I'm stealthy.
So as you think you're stealthy, and Transient, did you have anything you wanted to do while you're trying to catch up with Wilda?
The popular girls following her?
No, they are currently over at their own table. Some of them have brought their own lunches. Some of them are enjoying the finer finesse of fast food, thanks to their wealthy family. Others just, they'll get in line when they can. But right now, they're all having their own personal meeting. Let me double check. Cul-de-sac.
Yes, the meeting of the girls.
The lunchroom is rumbling with long lines and different cliques of different tables. Several tables are unoccupied, awaiting several bodies to be occupied. The jocks are rallied in the back, waving over all able-bodied boys to join their game. The Mean Girls, led by Mikola Jordan, are announcing openings for their offshoot fashion show, being unofficially held at the end of the week after school was over. The lunch people, fellow students in kitchen garb, are rushing over to each other to serve meals. The line Spencer ran to was already filled with younger students. A young lady with golden... that continues on with Spencer's portions, but as you do someone start passing by the main body of the area, some of you do hear, "Oi, next in line," coming from the workers back there. One of the jocks are shouting, "And if you don't show up to practice, will," before being cut off as you walk past them, not caring about the football game. And don't forget, this one is on the down low. No rentals, no popo. You dig? As you pass by them, you do hear what seems to be a D&D group in passing. So the dragon approaches you all with fiery eyes. Roll for a You do happen to see a table with Vladimir sitting, having a somewhat steadily growing, concerning, maybe even somewhat creepy chat with Arthur, Starman. As you all recall, when you had that issue with the Cult of Salamandus, way back when.
I remember that.
Well, while this is going on, Dahlia's going to try to catch up to Transient because she might need a lunch conversion, and she's hoping he can help.
All right, so I take it that Puddles, you made another stealth check. Is that what I'm seeing?
Transient made a stealth check, and then I rolled to see him.
Okay, so you were aware that Transient's coming right up to you while you're getting into... Which line did you want to get into? The first, second, or third line?
Why is there a difference in lines? Actually,
It's
no.
to help with the number.
Okay, I'm in
Spencer
whatever
is in the
line.
first line.
I'm in whatever line was shortest at the time.
Some would say the third one would be considered the shortest, being farther from everybody. So
Sorry.
you do rush over there. Most of the... Go ahead.
Sorry, when you said first, second, and third line, I was like, oh, okay, so the hot food line, the snack line, and then the drink line? Okay.
No, sadly, this place is not that cool. Everything's all given right there, and there's like a small... one would think it would be called a salad bar, except there's no salad. There's just utensils. One would call it a water machine. Your milk area that seems to be closely guarded by one of the hall monitors / school attendants, and a trash can. Dahlia, I will need a perception check as you try to look for your friends, who all seem to be trying to slink their way into lunchline unnoticed. Every time I'm
Perception, +2. Is it perception or investigation?
It would be perception. You're looking for them. You're not actively looking for clues or trying to come up with an idea of where they could be. You're just trying to look for them.
I mean,
And
I'm not hiding.
Dahlia?
Shit, I don't see anyone. And so she just starts yelling, "Hey! And just
Wow.
wandering around.
It's hard to tell where your friends are at when all this fresh meat is here. Just move it, writhing it, and keep it together. Keep it together. You make your shout as you were saying. And
Yeah, because it's kind of
Transient, Puddles, Spencer, do either of you respond to some of the shouts? Spencer, you can hear this despite the cacophony of noises. You're definitely hearing everyone speaking at the same time, but you can at least pick out Dahlia's unique voice as you listen to her more often than everybody else here.
I'll let others give the chance to respond before I do.
Thank you. Puddles, Transient.
my foot.
I'm trying not to be snuck up on.
Well, it is very clear Dahlia is not sneaking, so.
I know, but transient is.
Transient sneaking, but he's also trying to avoid the gaze of the rest of the lunchroom. So
Well, Spencer would respond.
Well, someone is yelling your name. In fact, she's probably gonna pull up the last name in a second.
Yeah, he's just like, Dahlia, look, you're over here, just waving his hand.
I will be rolling something to see the results of it. But at the same time, before I do that, Jace, what exactly are you doing for lunch?
Well, Jace didn't bring a lunch. I would have had that earlier in the RP from last time we met if I had. So he's just kind of going through the lunch line, just taking up a couple spaces worth because of the fact he's in the chair. Just kind of moving down the line, knowing he's going to have to sit at the end of a lunch table because there's the built-in seats.
All right,
so you were
first,
handed
second, or third
a
line.
lunch by Transient's parents.
A lunch by Transient's parents?
Yeah, you were handed one by
Okay.
by Transient's mom.
Yes, you were. I remember that one.
Yes, you were. You were handed it.
Is it a nice bento box?
I guess Jace isn't in line then. He's just looking for the end of a lunch table where he's not going to get yelled at for pulling up.
Go ahead and give me a perception check on your end.
Perception check.
I know it's silly. I mean, just to make sure he can see all available tables and make a decision from there.
Yes, I think I can see a fair bet.
You definitely see at least two available table ends. One seems to be right where Vladimir and Starman are at, who are seem to be engrossed in a unique conversation, but you can't. As perceptive as you are, the cacophony of the entire school seems to garble what exactly you're saying. You also do see an empty table as it is, a couple of tables away from the first table you saw, closer by the bathroom set.
So it's an empty table near the bathrooms.
Yes.
I guess Jace is going to go over there since he doesn't know anybody yet, and he doesn't really want to get into anything on day one.
Don't want to go hang out with Vladimir or Starman?
He doesn't know
I
who
don't know
Starman is. Yeah.
That's fine. All right, so you do you do start your way over there. Puddles and Transient, as you guys are, technically sneaking your way over towards the third lunch line, go ahead and give me acrobatic checks to dodge and weave around some of the people here in order to continue keeping up your stealth, as everyone seems to be bumping into each other, trying to make into the lines.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics. If you
Okay.
happen to have points in that.
I have more points in athletics.
I may very well Benny that to do some. Yeah, I'm gonna Benny that.
Okay. It's a 4. I'm not
Get a
betting
net
that.
one. Get another net one. Get a net one. Ah!
So
Yeah.
the DM has stolen a natural 20.
God damn
But
it,
Just
Dan.
that-
rip the luck right out of her hands.
I'm not betting that. This is hilarious.
I like that one better.
The entire.
Yeah, Dahlia says, "Oh, hey, Wilda."
I mean, that's
Converges on her
stealth.
with Spencer.
It's dodging students for that one.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna get knocked to the ground.
Well, when
To-
you run into students, you break stealth.
Fair.
in the
Ah.
unique
We'll
string
see
of
if you get
things.
knocked down.
in a unique string of things as Dahlia starts, shouting out the names of her newfound friends from over the summer. Wilda, Transient, Spencer, Jace. Where are you guys?
She's specifically looking for Transient again because she's got a hunger problem and there's a whole room full of targets.
Hmm.
Transient? I only know one person who rocks with that name.
Nobody
what's
rocks
the
that
girl-
name.
Nobody
Transient's
does.
not his name.
No, she's calling Edward his civvy name.
Yeah.
She may be a little mentally degraded right now, but she still remembers.
Follinger? I know a Follinger. Wait a minute. You're one of his friends from the summer, right? Hi, remember me? I'm... How do I phrase his name? One second. I know I put it in friend and family. Where did I put it?
Oh God,
There you-
it's Ranma, isn't
Ramon Yuji. It's good to meet you again. You're looking peckish. Hey, my girlfriend made this lunch for me. You want to try it? I guarantee you might find it more filling in your stomach than I would.
What is it?
Honestly, as he grabs his bento box, I'm trying to find that out myself. Go ahead and
Dolly's gonna sniff it. Do I smell red raw meat?
you smell an assortment of spices, some stronger than the others. Like there is definitely a hell of a lot more cayenne in this than there is. But you do also smell a hint of raw meat, like like whatever was being cooked was undercooked in certain ways and overcooked in other ways. Like she overseared it on one side and barely seared it on the other. You can see the look of fear on Ramon's eyes. He is worried for his life. He's not even trying to hide it, but he knows that Follinger's friends are people you can trust, as how he physically words it as he looks at you. Go if you would like to roll a insight.
Yeah, I'll roll insight. Just to
Well-
see if I think I want to insight him as well as the meat itself.
While you're doing that, he's gonna look around. What did I give him for? Give me a 5. That is
Yeah,
hilarious.
He's trustworthy. I'll just eat it. I see nothing wrong with this.
So you go ahead and heartily devour it. At least a good portion, right? Take a couple of bites from what you think are some of the raw ones. While you're doing that, he looks over at towards the group there. Wilda, as you're trying to slunk off further into the lunch line, you accidentally bump into a back of one of the football players, one of the taller junior players. Hey, what the heck is going? Ah, no, you're one of them sophomores, aren't you? You gotta be more careful about bumping people. Wait your turn. Cunning's bad, man.
The hook goes up.
I wish
Hey,
it wasn't already up. Poor
Hey, isn't that
Wilda.
one of your friends? I think she bumped into one of the linebackers over there. By the way, is it safe? What do you think? Dahlia, you don't need a roll, but if you didn't have like immunity to fortitude, you would have been forced to roll a fortitude. So
She doesn't have immunity to fortitude. She has fortitude half effects.
oh right.
Still have to roll.
So go ahead and give me a fortitude check, please.
I mean,
Thanks
she
for the
gets like
reminder.
a.
Poison or but a poisoner is because it's raw. Because if it's raw, my whole existence bypasses that. But if it's
It's
like
more
that's
than that.
poison-
It's not just it's raw. It was just prepared bad.
It's like when you try to boil.
It's anime style bad cooking.
Gotcha. Okay. So fortitude.
Boiled
Yes.
ground beef.
Okay.
Like someone went too heavy on a
Well,
particular.
it says immune. Why does it say that? Hang on.
Let me double check. Going over
Immunity
to
half
Dahlia.
Yeah, immunity is full effects
Oh.
for fortitude.
Oh yeah, for fortitude, I think it. No, I think it was half effect, wasn't it? No, hold on.
No,
See,
one of,
immune.
half effect is toughness effects.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, fortitude,
Okay.
you're good.
Yeah, so I'm good. I
So
can
once
eat
more.
whatever. I can eat dirt if I want to.
All right, and roll me a deception check to let him know that it's safe enough to eat.
Oh, she wouldn't do that. She'd just eat the whole thing. She'd probably say, "Wow, this is not great, but I'll take it off your hands. Do you want my I can get you the chicken sandwich from line and pay back."
What? Really? Dude, that'd be awesome. I'd be in debt to you.
I'm on the meal plan.
That'd be great.
She scarfs down the rest of the meal, gives him a thumbs up, and then goes to one of the lines. "Hey, Edward, you don't have to worry now. I think I'm good. Maybe."
Yeah, if you do find Edward, tell him to come over to our table. We need to have a chat. We haven't seen him since last year.
"Yeah, sure. Can I bring my other friends here too if I find them?"
There's a considerable pause before he goes. Yeah, sure. We might have enough room. Mike, Jody,
Can I see how
stay
many
down.
spaces are at the table?
As you look over at the table, there seems to be enough spot for 3 people. There doesn't seem to be an end table for where Jace could sit at. That seems to be taken up by one of their more rotund friends.
He goes, "Never mind. I'll just have him swing by."
Roger, cool. Yeah, we'll catch you up to school, all right?
Scurries into the line for the chicken sandwiches.
All right. Once you do start scurrying in the line, go ahead and give me a acrobatics check to avoid bumping too much into people, please. With that, going back over to the rolls here. Transient did get a 21 on his acrobatic roll, so he was able to duck and weave around certain people. He did overhear someone going, "Hey, you're that sophomore," and see someone pull up a familiar hood over their head.
If only he could.
10, so nothing too eventful.
Sorta. I mean, as you're getting around, you're starting to squeeze by. You think you're able to see where Ramon pointed towards, where he thinks he might have saw possibly Wilda or Spencer, one of the friends, as he was trying to look over towards where the talking linebacker was speaking. As you get close, though, you get cut off by the remainder of the football team, who got done with their short speech and then hurtled over some of the other lines in order to get into the third line that you were aiming towards. The second line is now the shortest line, as people are still going through.
And are they all for the same food, or is one the snack line?
This is all offering the same choices for food.
Alright.
What are the choices for food?
Yeah, that's what I heard. It was just chicken sandwiches.
Chicken sandwiches, mac and cheese, chocolate milk.
That's
Oh, yeah,
one.
you literally said
That's
that.
one possible dinner,
Lunch.
and I'll put that in the one possible lunch. Thank you.
I'm assuming another one of them is probably like, pizza or something, but the healthy kind of pizza that's disgusting in public school lunches.
This is the early 2000s. This is before they put healthy things in. In the early 2000s in middle school, we had Little Caesars pizza 3 times a week as the main meal.
Why couldn't I have been born earlier?
Damn it.
Yeah, we had the really, really cheap square pizzas, which weren't bad, but weren't good either. They were still the favorite, though.
Oh, those. Yeah, I've had those. Those are good. They were my favorite. Taco Tuesday was my favorite, though.
I actually have the recipe for those square pizzas.
Oh my god, you have to send that to me.
Well, Dahlia's gonna go to the shorter line since she hasn't gotten in line yet. So
I mean, Spencer is still waving to you, like, hey, no, over here.
is Spencer in line already?
Yeah.
Spencer is in line, but from
Okay,
what
yeah,
you
she's
can
gonna
see,
cut to be in his spot in line. Classic lunchroom shenanigans.
hey, you can't be cutting. Cutting is a bad thing.
Listen
Clyde,
to my
Clyde.
spot, Dingleberry.
Okay, I put it in general. So there you go. There's a handwritten one from Imager. Because of course it's from Imager.
Well, what?
Those like big sheet pan pizzas. I have the recipe.
Lord. Back to cul-de-sac.
School lunch.
Heck, in high school,
Anyway, yeah, she's settling in with Spencer after a brief insult. It's probably fine.
Give me a second to spit out my gum.
There's no such things as biscuits in the school lunch. It's hardtack.
yeah,
Everybody knows this.
yeah, it's hardtack.
It's hard to,
Yeah,
unless you go to college in West Virginia, which I did, and the biscuits are actually decent.
no, I
But
mean this is school lunch. This is hardtack.
This is hardtack. Do the hot dogs
High
still
school
count?
lunch.
Heck, in high
And
school,
those are the 3 lunches.
Oh, I still want to know if that counts though. Anyways, in character as Spencer. Hi, Dahlia. These are my new friends. Gesturing to everyone.
Oh, honey, is this one of your friends? And oh, you're one of the AP students. Are you friends with a smart person? Good to meet you. As you can see, this is
Ouch. Just ouch.
He was slower than Will does.
I'm sorry, that was really good. Okay, go ahead.
I kind of have my not smart moments. I mean, don't worry about it. And Spencer's pretty smart in his own ways.
Yeah,
That's
today
alright.
is my first day at school, and I'm learning everything.
At the
Did you know English is a second language? Pretty badass, right?
I of course I speak quite fluently in French myself.
He says, "Well, there you go. So you're a smart person too." Anyway, them sandwiches, right?
Yeah, I wish I could get some. Points to the people in front of him in line.
Dolly
Don't worry.
nudges him and says, "The line's already moved up more." Spencer, go on. No, not that far. Thank you.
There is like at least a 3-body gap between you and the the last 2 people that keep you from the window.
Literally everyone in the back of him is just like, is he gonna? Anyways, he rolls the girl in the chair that he's helping forward. Jody.
You roll Jody.
And he's going to introduce Dahlia to each of them. This is Jody, gesturing to the girl in the chair. This is Clyde, gesturing to the really tall guy. This is Darwin, gesturing to the guy who makes dog sounds. And this is Miss Juliet.
Dahlia, going from each person that you're introduced to, Jody is this somewhat frail lady, frail young girl who's in a wheelchair. From what you can see, is one of the battery operated wheelchairs that seem to move by one of those joysticks on one end.
Yeah.
You do see a couple of, I want to say, a breathing tube coming out from where her nose is, from where her face is towards
Like
the
cannula?
back seat. Is that what they're called?
I don't know.
It's one of those nasal ones.
Oxygen
Yeah.
tubes.
Yes. So you do see that she is hooked up to an oxygen tank, but she seems to be happy and real excited to go through school. Light
Well, that's
blonde
great.
hair, right? And Ironically, she's one of the few that opts to wear the school's uniform. Also in the school's uniform is the large 300-pound child giant that Spencer points towards and introduces as Clyde.
Okay.
If it weren't for the fact that you yourself are intimidating through sheer fear, it'd be kind of worrisome to be standing next to this.
Behemoth.
Yes, behemoth. Thank you. He looks at you warily. He does not seem to have approved your cutting of the line. Nor do the people behind you, but you're ignoring them. Because right next, the third person, as you're introduced, Darwin, is making growling noises, hunched over, and seems to be wearing everything almost backwards except for the pants.
He got one thing right, and that's what it counts.
Dahlia is used to Spencer, who acts like a cat, so she holds out her hand for him to sniff.
So you hold your hand out.
Great
You
face.
do see Darwin sniffing it carefully. There's a tentative lick of the ring finger as he seems to start to ignore you and more continue growling towards the people behind you, as though to say he's accepted you. You're okay.
Excellent. Diplomacy from the zombie girl.
Ah, yes, the negotiator.
More like negotiator.
Aha!
And then finally, the one that recognizes you as one of the AP students is Miss Juliet. You've encountered Miss Juliet before. She tends to the special needs children. This is not her first year. It just so happens to be the first time in quite a long while that she's actually late to school.
Spencer has no idea of any of this.
From as you slowly approach to the window after the other two guys get ready to make pass, decide on what your guys' lunch is, we're gonna pan back over to Jace, who just made it over to the table after dealing with a couple of people who tripped over his own hover chair or wheelchair. Jace, you do manage to get ignored, and aside from the slight bumps, you do hear your own wheelchair try to give confirmation. Shall we take care of these bullies? No? Understood. Hup, another bumping. More bullies? No? All right. Going back to sleep mode.
I'm really glad I've got him audibly muted, and I'm also really upset that means this is just in my head.
I just love the fact that if you had a wheelchair, you'd absolutely... I think Jace would be the person to run over someone's foot and not apologize for half a second.
See, here's the thing. Jace's one doesn't have tires underneath. It's just
I know,
a guard. So if he runs you over, he just goes over you and does nothing. It's just traumatizing. There's no pain involved.
I've been embarrassed. My shoes. My glorious shoes.
You literally, you come at him, he goes over you, traumatizes you, and then nothing else happens. That's it. That's the end of the conversation.
Depending on how low your wheelchair is while hovering when you go over somebody's foot, it could be either non-traumatizing, mildly discomforting, or, oh God, you might have literally severed that person's portion of a foot off. Because your gripe...
The way I envision
Go ahead.
when I say going over someone is not going over someone's foot. It is someone has not moved out of the way, and Jace just goes over them with them face down on the floor and the hover chair going over them. That's what I say when I mean going over them.
Just not stopping. Sorry, I guess you're in my way.
Yes, that, but without the tires. It's just over you. You feel the pressure from above, but there's no pain involved.
What are you gonna do? Punch a crippled kid?
All right, everyone, ready for cheer? Give me a 1, 2. Ah! I saw God for a moment. And there were no wheels.
Yeah, we'll just pick on the crippled kid. What the fuck's he's gonna do about it? Runs them over. Sounds like you found out what happens.
Goodness. So as you make it over towards the table, you do see a couple of kids having a bit of an argument in the table across from you. From what you can hear, they seem to be arguing with one kid named Tyrone Wells. They seem to be disapproving about what happened with the apartments. The apartment that you guys dealt with not too long ago. But you're not sure why. How intently do you want to listen in, or do you want to ignore it and try to flag down your friends? What do you want to do?
I mean, I'm not trying to flag anybody down. I don't know what the rest of these people's clicks are outside of being superheroes. So Jason's gonna eat, and I guess he'll passively listen. It's not like he's gonna be looking in their direction with his eyes closed to prevent math glowing.
Blind.
Oh goodness! Oh goodness! Oh my god! Oh, okay, that's fake. Oh, thank goodness.
Are you gonna run over one of them with your wheelchair and go, "Hop on, Tyrone, I'm saving you"?
So do you want me to roll another stupid perception for me?
No, your perception is high enough to passively, hear this particular conversation if you're focusing on them. If you're just overhearing like what Spencer naturally does with his heightened cat hearing, you don't need to. What is it? Shift through the sands of sound.
I figured I'd ask. I didn't know if this was like D&D where you just have 10 and then whatever your modifier is or not.
Nah.
To be fair, even if the base for the passive was 1, that'd still be an 18.
Damn it.
Plus 3. Darn.
Dad?
Did I ever give that father a name? Yep, yes I did. Yes, I did.
I'm hearing daddy issues.
What?
He asked if he gave that father a name. I'm hearing daddy issues.
I am not going to comment on this.
What, he forgot that father had a name?
His name is Father.
And he's a dark outline and a white background?
Yes.
I mean, it would. I mean, I don't know.
Well, if it was that guy, he wouldn't be on the bottom of a stair step being nearly burnt to us, Chris, since he should have started the fire in the first place. But these kids.
On there? You got quiet.
Sorry, the GM is typing and speaking in 2 different parts, trying to quickly do this. So while that is happening, Transient, you do manage to catch up to Wilda, who is still trying to make it towards lunch. The linebacker that caught her and told her cutting is bad is just now getting up towards the window. So you guys are almost at the point where you guys can order your food. Roleplay.
You're asking the book nerd and the Heidi nerd to
Yeah.
role play in a school lunch.
So what kind of books do you like?
Where one of them is legitimately like pulled their hood to the point where they can't see.
I know what Spencer would be doing, but right now I can't illustrate that without making people scared. So
Seeing as Transient managed to get in line just behind Wilda, with her hood all the way up and now the drawstrings drawn, he's going to slowly guide her.
I mean, someone's touching her. Her panic just went further up. I need to roll a will save.
She saw him coming, so
Yeah, but it's still a sudden touch. And she's flustered right now. God damn it,
Oh, she
Dice!
bossed.
I didn't want that to happen. Oh well.
Yeah, she bossed that will save with a nice 21.
Under your hand, you feel her go kind of liquid for a second, and then she reconstitutes herself.
No worries, just me. I'm being your eyes right now, given that you're kind of closed up.
And yeah, that's what she says.
Hey girl, whine.
Yeah,
a classic.
the classic shy girl whine. Now he's also got a hand on her, which means she can't run away.
My God, you have her by the reins.
I have her by the hoodie right now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you can keep the line going, because there's not intelligible talk right now.
Nope. You have to remember, Transient's the quiet kid that people come up to ask to fix their shit.
All right, going over towards Dahlia and Spencer. Is your guys' turn in line? You do see a really disgruntled-looking kid, 13 years old, and already looking like he's about his onset of his 40s. If it weren't for the fact that you can that his face is still, without whiskers, he'd be looking like he should be sporting a 5 o'clock shadow right now.
I'm gonna look to Jody and first ask, why don't you go ahead and order first? Sandwich. Did you hear me, Mayor?
One more time.
I asked Jody if she could order first.
Listen, you're in front of the line. Whether you order, whether she orders, I just need you guys to hurry up so I can get done with this, so I can have lunch. Please, somebody order.
Okay, I'll take 3 chicken sandwiches, please.
Whoa! One at a time. We're working on a bit of a ration here, my dude. Everyone gets one lunch. I mean, unless you're paying for it.
Remembers just cut to a cartoon cut out of on like cardboard and crayons of him like, I wonder if I should put this $20 bill in my pocket. nope, and then walks up to school. And then it cuts back to him and goes, "I'll just take a sandwich, the tuna sandwich, please."
All right, tuna salad. I mean, I guess I can give you a couple slices of bread. Yeah, well, don't tell anyone, okay? Please. So you get your tuna salad with the crackers and a couple slices of bread, along with the. What do I write down?
You wrote down a tuna salad sandwich with crackers,
Tater tots and biscuits.
He's going to enjoy assembling those tater tots with toothpicks into a mock man and playing with him like an action figure. And yes, he will do that.
All right, next. This is a bit of a quiet look as you get up to the line, Dahlia. Hi, welcome to Wendy's. What do you want? I'm joking. Hurry up. Make an order.
Chicken sandwich meal, please. Thank you.
The what meal?
Chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich. All right. So you get the chicken sandwich, macaroni and cheese, and the biscuit. All right. Thank you. Go ahead. So you guys go ahead and move on. You somewhat guided over towards where the utensils are, the milks, the one soda machine. It's a vending machine. You would have to put in your coins, dollars in order to get a soda. You guys do have some money except for Spencer, who forgot his 20.
I'll just drink my own spit, like Dad says.
As you walk past the hall monitor stops you. Hey, don't forget your milk. You at least get one milk.
I get a free milk? This is the best place ever. And he picks out a chocolate milk.
All right, go on.
Clears her throat and shakes her head and gets a regular milk for him.
I get 2 milks?
She takes her chocolate milk.
No one ever lets me have sugar.
Remember what happened last time you had chocolate? I had to use the bathroom right after you. I don't need a reminder.
Oh yeah, that hole in the wall really took a long time to fix.
He says, "Yeah, we're not doing that again. You're having 2% and you're gonna like it."
I love 2%. What's a percent? And as he walks to the lunch table.
Dahlia gives a thumbs up to the lunch guy. And she quickly goes back to Ramon and and drops off the chicken sandwich meal.
Can I want to make a perception check again to see if I spot visibly Mr. Tyrone.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check while you're doing that. Transient over at your window, as you guys come up to the window now, you do see a young girl about maybe 12 in age, but she seems to be chipper, real bright-eyed. Hi, what can I get you?
I'll put up one finger for the number 1.
Are you pointing or no, number 1. Oh, okay. 1 second. Let me you see her grab you the chicken sandwich with the macaroni and cheese and the hardtack biscuit. All right, will that be all? If so,
Transient will hold up 3 fingers.
Oh, you want the number 3, the grilled cheese?
He'll nod.
Griddle.
Okay. We finally managed to get them to switch from the off-brand to the Campbell one. Wouldn't believe how hard it was to do that. Anyway, there you go. If you need anything else, let me know now. Otherwise, have a wonderful day.
Transient will pick up both trays while guiding Wilda. Who still has her hood up.
Yeah. Oh, and of course there's chocolate milk.
We'll both grab the. I'll grab the chocolate milk for both of us.
Listen, the milk part is important.
No, you're absolutely right. Back
It's the
then,
90s. There's the
early
there's the posters
2000s.
up everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the early 2000s, but the 90s posters are still up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you don't get away
Like, I
without
think those-
milk.
Yeah, I think those Got Milk posters were up all the way until the mid 20 teens.
You are not wrong.
So as you guys gather your food, manage to get around, passing by the hall monitor, you get close to where you can see Jace, who seems to be staring intently out in front of him over at an empty table. Do you guys want to sit with Jace?
He is eating at least, while he's intently staring at nothing.
With glowing eyes.
My eyes are closed.
Sorry, I have to go back to the Got Milk. Got Milk got revived in 2020.
Yes.
Of course it did.
Yeah. It ended
Damn.
in 2014 and it got revived in 2020 because of increased sales.
Well, either way, yes, Dahlia is gonna go wave everyone over to join Jace and say, "Hey, Jody, the opposite end of the table looks free too, so you can sit with us too."
Oh, really? Can my friends also stop by? As she looks over towards Clyde and Darwin and Miss Juliet, who is trying to get them to come over to their table over off in the side corner, about 2 tables away from where you guys are at, but more closer towards the actual emergency escape.
The emergency exit.
Yes, but closer to an emergency exit. That's over by the east wall.
And Jace is over at the empty table near the bathrooms.
Yes, more forward,
Yes,
not
no,
as far
there
back.
should be room.
I still have concerns about the 12-year-old feeding the rest of the high school population.
Yeah, why is a sixth grader feeding people?
12-year-old.
I mean, I figured it was a it's just someone who looks 14 but they're actually like 18.
Useful appearance. Like I said, they appear
Yeah.
12 years old.
I looked pretty young for my age when I was in high school. Looked.
Transient will guide Wilda over to the table where Jace is at.
And then Dahlia leads this train of people to join the table. Because the extrovert's totally oblivious to, like, the introverts.
I'm going to copy and paste this last bit I sent out so Spencer can have something to chew on when he gets within earshot.
Aha!
Is what you hear as you get closer with the group. The group is still hearing the cacophonies of the actual room.
What the? I have no comment until I can comment.
Really? You're just not going to comment out loud?
Sorry. I didn't know if it was my turn to blurt something out incredulously yet or not.
Subtlety? What's that for Spencer?
There you go. As Spencer walks over And are we passing by Tyrone's table, or?
No, you're actually like right before Tyrone's table.
As everyone stops the table, Spencer just keeps walking until. Hold on. What is his stealth score again? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's actually a +6. So I'm going to go ahead and roll stealth to try and sneak up behind him. Behind Tyrone specifically.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
If it's a nat 1, it's perfectly in character.
If it's a nat 1, you're doing a cat butt wiggle.
It's a 10. I'm not doing the wiggle, but my tail is. If it's a nat 1 from the mayor.
So you get up right behind him. He does not notice you, but he starts getting out of the chair. Jace, this is where you that bit is where you actually see Spencer jump from his chair over to behind Tyrone, as Tyrone seems to be trying to make his way towards the bathroom. Sorry, kid. Listen, I gotta go around. Please, excuse me.
Now, I've already placed my lunch down by this point, so I'm going to go, me too! And I take him to the bathroom with me.
Hey, dude, come on, we're not girls. This isn't. As the door closes behind them. Before we get into what's happening in the bathroom, Jace, you do see your group of friends and a couple of other stragglers stop by your table. Do you? How will you respond to them?
I'm working on something in cul-de-sac lounge.
Lovely. Go ahead and finish that then. As everyone can interact and roleplay, they're sitting at the table.
I'll open up my hood so that way I can eat. But her face is bright red.
Hey, Rhoda. Oh, hey, Edward. I was actually looking for you earlier, but problem solved. She gives a thumbs up and like shows up and like grins, and you can see like a little bit of like blood in her mouth, and says, "Oh, by the way, Ramon wanted to see you. He hasn't seen you in ages. He's over there." She gestures with her thumb.
Ramon.
I appreciate that one, DM.
Let me simmer on that one. I have not seen something like that in a minute. Go ahead, resume.
So Jace takes out his phone once everybody starts showing up and the conversation he was listening to ends. And just to veil the message, types out the name Tyrone, comma, building, comma, group of anonymously numbered guys with weird periods in it, comma, leader equals super mutant.
Dahlia looks at it for a second, and then I assume her well-informed kicks in, and she pieces it together.
I have a question. No, wait, I'm going to roll for it. On a 1 to 10, Spencer didn't take his phone to school. He took his phone to school, but I can guarantee you that he forgot to charge it.
It's charged.
Okay.
You feel a buzz, but it is still up to you whether or not you want to check the phone.
Why would I
Or
check
you
the phone?
remember how to check the phone.
I can't use a marker on a phone, silly. It doesn't work that way.
All right. The transient's going to have to roll for. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I like waiting like transient's gonna see through the stupid period marks. I really hope he dies.
Hold on. Is this
They did it to memory.
awareness? Is this awareness or intelligence to figure this out?
It's an intelligence, but you need to roll above a 3.
The transient's
Oh.
rolling to try to remember who the hell Ramon is.
Oh, Lord.
I think he remembers.
That boy ain't right.
Yeah, okay, so as you think back about Ramon, you do recall actually seeing Ramon sooner than last year. It was actually a couple months ago out in the desert when you encountered that cherry blossom girl who seemed to have a real penchant for trying to attack men.
The one that Wilda tried to
Including-
kill.
Yes, especially since she was trying to horribly damage her father.
Yes. Her father and Des.
Yeah.
Her father and Des. You do recall Ramon apologized for that and said he wanted to catch up with you guys, hopefully at some time. You have not seen him throughout the summer since because of reasons. Military investigation reasons and breaking people out kind of reasons, and then mad monsters growing up on the other side of town reasons. You know, all that fun stuff. It's been a wild summer.
And then Men in Black.
Can't forget the Men in Black.
They just look like men in gray to me, honestly.
You see in shades of gray. Of course you can see black and gray.
Slightly darker gray than normal, but yes.
Transient's gonna go ahead and eat his lunch. He might catch up with Ramon here in a bit.
Oh yeah.
My 14 was to try and figure out what the message means.
Clearly, it's some sort of acronym, but I can't figure it out.
Not used to using his phone other than to text Wilda. Let's see if text speak actually is intelligible to him. Same as Wilda.
This is the early 2000s. Texting has only been out for like 3 years.
You assume Spencer would look at a phone and go, I know what this is.
Spencer can't read yet.
I know!
Well, you've taught him basic letters like through G.
Yeah.
I'm still working on H.
We did
That's
the
a hard-
hooked on phonics.
I keep it on me all the time.
Which is sad that I know it works.
Mhm. Yeah, so it'll be up to Mare there whether or not we actually understand elite speak.
Really leak speak. I'm just saying individual words.
Elite hacker, anyways.
Give me a second to read that. I'm sending more intel to the one paying attention. And then we'll switch over to the one in the bathroom.
Don't worry, I'll hold it for you, Tyrone.
Wait, one of us is in the bathroom?
I am.
Spencer
Okay.
is with Tyrone in the bathroom.
Just two dudes in the bathroom.
You got led over to what was once only a single person table and is now crowded.
Alright, so what was that roll for?
Wilda and I were rolling to see if we actually understood the message.
Yes.
Ah,
It has something to do with the letter S. Tyrone.
Jace, how thinly veiled were you making this message? Just so I have an understanding of where the actual difficulty would be at.
Jace put in the name of the person. He mentioned the event that happened this morning. He put a very dumb acronym to explain, and then he added the detail at the end. He's not
So-
trying to make this hard, but he's trying to make it seem like something you wouldn't understand at a glance. Basically, it's meant so that they can get it, but so that if someone walks by and just kind of glances at the phone, they're not going to understand what the fuck it means.
Oh, wait,
So-
I actually now have Jace's number. First thing I do is I save it.
Goodness. So, this actually benefits Puddles more than it does Transient, because she actually was part of the building that you mentioned. Transient bypassed that building, not paying attention to the fact that it was on fire. So, so the building is a bit of a loss, including so Tyrone and building are a bit of a loss. Seeing gang and leader equals super mutant means to him we have another issue to look out for in order to protect our little cul-de-sac. That's what you're getting, Transient.
You mean Wilda?
No, that's
Okay.
Transient. Puddle, you actually recognize building Tyrone and building from Spencer's remark as you guys were making your way back over here. He remarked that about the name
Tyrone.
Tyrone Wells, exactly, was the full name that he replied to you, specifically because he made mention of saving the mother, Lisa Wells, from
The burning door.
because he was being proud of the fact he was able to read Lisa.
I read the word Lisa. I didn't even
And
know what the
Wells.
letter S is.
He was able
Oh.
to read that full name and wanted to share that with you guys.
Am I smart now?
So, Puddles, you understand the entire the full thing. The culprit Tyrone from the building fire seems to be associated with a gang with a leader who happens to be a super mutant. Transient, you pick up the fact there's a new gang in town that seems to have a leader with super mutant, and it's time for some more asses to be swept underneath the rug.
What?
Sorry, that was why I
Under-
was going to kick.
What are you talking about? It's time to tie them up.
How do you
Like the
do,
pins.
my fellow kid?
Glasses under the rug.
You see, it's a
Time to make,
metaphor.
time to bond some more people, or make more
It's a
sand.
metaphor for a video game cheat code.
Make more
How do you do,
sand.
my fellow?
The pigs they are. Take your pick.
I thought it was a video game cheat code.
Jace, can't help with legs after school. Puddles whispers over to Jace, or
Yeah.
messages over to Jace.
Yeah.
Are you messaging? Okay.
Mucho grande.
I don't think that he understood the actual message because something else was being said.
I mean, Jace is just sending that response to make it look like a normal-ish conversation.
Yeah.
They are in a school lunchroom.
Okay.
If this wasn't the early 2000s where phones were all primarily in English, I would absolutely have sent the message in German purely for Dahlia's benefit.
Yeah. Honestly, the fact that I have a BlackBerry is very impressive.
I do wonder what impression Jace is having on Ramon and the others who showed up, because his eyes have not been open this entire time. But he perfectly texted a message that makes no sense to 3 of the people here, and then texted a response without opening his eyes and without looking anywhere but forward.
Speaking of, so did Dahlia wave over Ramon and his friends, or did you try to send Transient over? Just double checking.
Transient was gonna go say hi later.
Later,
Yeah, she
okay.
just pointed him out to Ramon, or pointed Ramon to him, or just she pointed at Ramon and said, "Jace, Transient, that's where Ramon is." Can you guys tell it's near med time? Because I can tell.
Hey, almost close. I know you can keep pushing another hour.
I know, I can do it.
You
I can
got
at
this.
least
You're
make it
strong.
happen.
You can do it. You can do it.
In the meantime, while you guys are deciphering this message and replying to each other, over in the bathroom, Spencer, you waltz right in with Tyrone, who seems to be trying to fiddle with his jacket, like mid-sentence. And seriously, dude, the others are gonna think of something strange. Dude, please let go of me. I can use the bathroom by myself. I am a grown boy.
Well, out of character, I would have absolutely have made the joke of, I can hold it for you, Tyrone, don't worry. But if I say that in character, you know what, I'm going to say that in character and just let him interpret what that means.
What? Stay here or use that facility. I'm gonna go in here.
I gestured to the jacket. No, you're trying to get your jacket off. I can hold it.
Don't take my jacket off.
Oh, Is it a secret?
No, it's just please. I can. You see him slinking over towards the furthest bathroom stall, and it just closing. Leave me a. Give me a minute.
Okay, I will. Wait, what's a minute? And he starts asking himself questions and leaving Tyrone to basically enjoy the bathroom. Damn, what kind of emotions are coming off of him?
As you like turn around towards the mirror after the whole commotion, you have been. You're able to sort out the emotions in the air. You pick up embarrassment from being dragged in, to mortify for almost getting caught, to panic, like I need to calm down, to a worry, and your nose actually picks up the smell of smoke. Weird. It's not like there's the actual smoke. As you turn around, there's smoke starting to billow from the bathroom stall that he's in.
Is there a window?
Yes, there is a window over on the over on your side of the stall area, or right towards the wall, right in the wall. Blah.
I'm going to go ahead and open up the window. Just. I know how to open a window. I don't need to roll for it, right?
Give me a strength roll, please.
Wait,
Please.
Are you holding back?
I will give you that strength roll. I am holding back. Tyrone, the window magically fell out of the wall, all on its own, along with the rest of the wall.
Of course I know how to open a window.
Natural 12.
I know how to open a window. Proceeds to push wall away from window.
There you go. A wide open space.
In your cat-like logic, of course, you push a window open, and as you push the window, you push the entirety of the window out the wall. Okay, the bottom portion where the wall of where the window was installed at follows suit. You've made a huge opening in the boys' bathroom, large enough that most of the smoke is now funneling outwards and not towards the smoke detector that's actually built towards the middle of the bathroom.
Yeah.
That it's important. Positioning is important.
Spencer's gonna rub his chin and go, I think it really opens the room up, like Mom always says.
Listen, dude, not cool right now. I don't need to be talked to while I'm trying to use the bathroom. Please give me a little bit of. Can I have some time to myself? More smoke seems to start billowing outward.
Serious moment here, because I'm recognized as Spencer and I know the emotions I'm seeing. I'm going to speak in my most reassuring tone, in character and out of character. And I'm going to go, hey Tyrone, if you need to talk about anything, I'm here. But I know that some things are hard to talk about, and sometimes it feels like you're alone. But even if I just met you, I want to let you know that I saw you at the building. I know what you did, but I'm not going to tell anybody, because I have secrets too. Psst, I secretly like pineapple on pizza. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I was going to give you a +5, but that just brought it down to a +2. Persuasion with the +2 bonus.
Yeah, that was more of a joke, but it was
I was gauging how much I was going to give you. You almost got a -5 for just mentioning. I know what you did at the.
almost. Let's see here. What's my persuasion? Horrible. Sounds great. It's going to make it to a -1. What is my persuasion?
No,
it's just a straight D1. Can I continue speaking before making this roll to see if I can make it any better?
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
I will make my Benny, last Benny of the day, actually, and use that. That is a 15, DM. Last penny used up.
I'm not gonna roll because he is passively looking for something to latch onto. Hearing you say you're not going to tell and that you have your own secret, even if it's something as dumb as liking pineapple on pizza, you you hear him somewhat start breathing a bit slower. Right. Secrets, yeah. That pineapple stuff really sucks, man. I can't believe you like pineapples, but I guess it's not as bad as being as fire as I am.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm not really fire, but I do have other things that are cool about me. Well, not cool like ice, but cool like I can talk to ghosts and stuff. And I can fly. Oh, and I can run really fast. But the one thing that I'm really good at, apparently, is knowing when people need to get something off their chest. And I know people say that metaphorically, but sometimes I mean it literally. Like I just ripped my shirt off because I don't like shirts, but I'm wearing my shirt right now because I'm trying to fit in. And it's uncomfortable. I guess I can understand how you feel, though.
That roll was to see if the smoke is hitting the smoke detector. It is not, but it is getting close. It is much that window you open is helping. As we look at the giant wall.
Giant hole in the wall.
Yep. Go ahead and give me another persuasion attempt. Keep the +2.
Alrighty, that's going to be a base d20. That is another 4. Gosh, darn it. Let's see here.
Listen, as awesome as it is to hear about taking off shirts, my shirt is something that I can't take off right now. Okay? So I'm just asking, please give me a moment. Give me some time. Let me use the bathroom. Give me some privacy, please, my dude. I am not okay. I'm trying to be, but I could use some privacy, please.
Would you like me to make sure no one comes in the bathroom?
You know that would be pretty cool, my dude. That would be pretty cool.
I am cool, and he walks. You hear him walking to the door and basically just putting his back to it. Okay, no one's coming in.
Okay, cool, grand.
So
Ooh, a
fuck.
strong gust of air actually blows in, pulling a lot of the smoke away from the from the smoke detector. So there's a little bit of time. Going back over towards the group who are chatting, catching up on the unique idea that there's a gang out there. Jace, have you disclosed how you're finding this out yet? Or are you still doing semi-cryptic texts quietly while enjoying your packed lunch?
Mayor,
Jake is
remember,
going
our table has the rest of the special kids.
Yes.
Jace is just casually eating, but if he using Rockin' Prime senses notices that any of the guys who are in the hero group are looking at him, he's gonna reach up and tap his ear.
Alrighty. While you're keeping your ears open, to say, you are passively hearing the conversation continue. While that is happening, the group you do see Jody approach with Clyde and Darwin, as well as Miss Juliet, who seems to be annoyed with not being able to go sit at their table, but instead being pulled over towards the regular table. and seems to be starting to have a conversation with the hall monitor, trying to soothe things out. Don't worry about Miss Juliet. She knows what she's doing. Faith thinks she's gonna be just fine talking to Mr. Weatherman there. Yeah, guys started last week and been pretty cool. Delia, you have heavy sniffing coming from Darwin as he seems to be sniffing what you're sniffing just your backpack, just you. He seems to be noticing a unique smell that he didn't pick up earlier.
Dolly's gonna check her backpack.
Inside your backpack seems to be like a half handful of raw meat with a small note lovingly placed by your father. Take it easy. Don't forget, we still love you. Is what's visible on the small thing.
She like starts tearing up and scarfs it down. She leaves a little bit for Darwin, but she pulls out her phone and says and types out, "I love you, Dad."
Aw. Yeah, Darwin just likes smelling people. He always does that. Ain't that right, Clyde? Ah, been seeing him since he started up in sophomore. He's my senior now. Remember when he first got into junior last year? Can't believe he's smarter than me. As they proceed to start eating their food, words from God have
Dolly
to
is
be given.
already finished with hers now and is licking her fingers. Dolly looks around and says out loud, "Shit." And then she looks at Darwin speculatively and says, "Hey." And then Cheesy Tech says, "Never mind. Carry on."
Yeah, Spence wasn't exactly being subtle,
Yeah.
and our tables knew where he went.
So did we end up hearing the bathroom wall crashing?
Yes, you did hear a heavy thud, but there's no alarms, thankfully. It was before.
He's just using the bathroom really hard, guys.
Dolly's like, "I did keep him from drinking chocolate milk. I don't get it."
He's not allowed to drink milk.
Ah, shit, really?
He hasn't exactly eaten or drank anything as he points at the tray that's still full of food.
Well, maybe someone
That's
should
really
go check
not
on
like
him. As I look at the two men at the table.
Goose says
Zoom in.
nothing, but he's just going to broadly gesture at you with his eyes closed.
Alright. I'll just finish this last bite, and he stuffs like half the grilled cheese into his face. As he gets up and walks over to the door. And pushes against it.
It's a solid wall.
Man, I'm really glad. I'm saying this out of character. I'm really glad my character has eidetic memory, so I can just read off all this stuff you're sending me later, DM.
Oh, definitely. So I will need a strength check from Transient and from Spencer in opposition, please.
Unless you let me speak to him.
I have not heard Transient go, "Hey, who's in the bathroom?"
He's just trying to open the door.
Yeah.
To be fair, the
I'm gonna
bathrooms
make a
aren't.
strength
The
check.
big bathroom doors aren't even supposed to be closed.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness!
And I would like to point out, no high school's bathroom, unless it's the locker room,
Yeah.
has locks on it.
Yeah.
I wedged the door shut, but I guess that's not happening.
There's no doors.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Spencer is being an obstruction.
So Spencer, you see Transient come up, and you're giving that sly cat like, "Hey, buddy, how good it?" Trying to
No.
like. You
The
see
best-
Transient.
Go ahead.
You see Transient trying to like go around you. Hey, buddy, I know you're trying to use the bathroom, but shake hands.
No, I've got a better one.
Go for it.
I'm gonna look at the bathroom, look the transit coming closer, look to the bathroom, look the transit coming closer, look to the bathroom, look the transit coming closer. How best to solve, like, this is like one of those video game kind of like decision moment time, and it's like in his head there's like two options you can choose, and it's like the small mouse comes from off screen, and it's like option 1 or option 2, and it starts scrolling over either of them, and it goes from off screen and chooses option 3. Option 1 is staying where he is and trying to convince Transient not to come in. Option 2 is trying to talk Transient out of it. Option 3 is grabbing Tyrone and leaving. So, the strength check was failed. Because it took him longer than that to think about it. I'm gonna
While you're thinking, just being there, Transient comes over. Hey, I got to give pass, and just simply moves you to the side while you're thinking still.
all of my strength is either intelligence based or on thought power or physical based, and I can't do both at the same time. However, as he sees Transient coming into the bathroom, he is going to go ahead and look the Transient and Ed, and go, "Oh, hi Edward. When did you get here?"
After he's already like walked past you, like right in front of the sinks, you turn around and finally go, "Hey, Edward, how's it going? Didn't see you there." Edward, as you like shimmy the cat over to the side so you can walk past him. One of the rare times you're able to pick up Spencer and him not pick you up. You go inside. You see the bathroom almost normal, save for the newly opened window and lack of window in the wall, as well as a large pillar of smoke coming from the end of the bathroom stall. It is leaking out the window, not going towards the fire detector just yet, but you do see it ever slowly like trailing off with the occasional gust pulling it out, not pulling it away. How do you respond?
I'm not dealing with it. And he walks straight back out.
I could explain. Oh, cool. I didn't even need to explain.
As he walks back over to the table.
Are you going to tell the group? And how will you phrase it in a way that won't alert the special guests?
So for those that can actually see, those with their eyes closed, Edward has the bridge of his nose pinched.
Another catastrophe.
We forgot just how strong he is when he tries to get out the window.
Oh.
Talia winks and says, "Did you fix the wall?"
Nope. No.
The wall? How broken smoking is it? On a scale of 1 to we're fucked.
I'd put it somewhere in the range of about $5,000 in repairs.
See Wilda look down as that's her family having to pay for that.
Hold on. Uh, I'll fix it later. Just anyone else know why there's smoke in there?
Guy is like, wait. So we know there's a guy who set a building on fire. know he's at this high
As
school.
I say that, I'm like looking at the other people at our table.
Jace audibly coughs as though he chokes on food to cover for her.
Clearly, Spencer is smoking a doobie in the bathroom.
Jace, you don't know why, but one of
says, clearly Spencer's smoking. Yeah, maybe we should go and have a talk with him about it's important not to smoke, right?
Jace, you are
Yeah.
getting probably the biggest earful from Rock and Prime, as you're the only one hearing his current tirade of how smoking can lead to horrible cancers if you start at a youthful age, and one shouldn't be smoking, especially not in the boys' room.
I imagine it immediately transitions into something about eating safely so that you don't choke, because Rock and Prime does not understand.
You somehow muted it and pulled up one of the old songs you used to hear in the military base, which happens to be "Smoking in the Boys' Room" by Motley Crue. I think it was Motley Crue, right?
Oh yeah.
We've got text. We've got searching being done. I gotta.
Yep.
Yeah,
Smoking in
it's
the boys' room.
I'm sure everyone else is just like Spencer smokes.
Yeah,
And
we
so
should
Dahlia,
stop
he
him.
starts nudging people towards the bathroom.
Wow, they were active up until the year the game is happening. Then they took a 2-year break.
I'm all broken up and sad because I can't hear that song, so I reenacted it.
Oh, good. So you do receive. So everyone does receive a text from Jace as he tries to short explain who's all in the bathroom in order to help explain why there might be smoke in there, right?
Correct.
Again, out of context for Transient, because the only thing he was told from the rest of the crew was, we're stopping to save people from a burning building.
I know, that's
He's
even
there,
better.
The letters TYR were in his previous text
Yeah.
as part of a name.
So,
Yeah, maybe we should. We're gonna have to sneak into the men's room.
while that's happening, and I'm gonna do a quick roll to double check one thing.
Oh boy, a 17.
So the hall monitor that's been sitting by the table is starting to head over towards the men's bathroom.
Oh
boys'
no.
bathroom.
Oh.
Spencer sees multiple people coming into the bathroom.
Only as they turned the corner.
Yeah.
What is it, God of War?
You remember that those bathrooms have an S bend, right?
They do.
I do. But Spencer, hold on. Can I roll a perception check to see if I hear anyone coming? Because I would be doing that.
Yes, you can. Especially since your cat-like senses allow you to do so.
That's a 17, Haas.
You do hear the hall monitor on their way as they are crossing the short distance over towards the bathroom. It's a short distance. They've been literally along the wall this whole time.
In character as Spencer. Oh no. It's the hall monitor, I say out loud.
Well, I'm gonna start slinking towards the men's room.
I'm gonna need stealth from all those trying to sneak into the men's room before the hall monitor does.
Oh, well, let's be fair here. It's
the hall
doubly because Will is not a man.
Listen, Jason's not going to get involved in this. Nothing he does is subtle except for aneurysms, and he's not performing an aneurysm on one of his fellow students.
You mean he's
have
not
an
going to
idea.
perform an aneurysm on school grounds?
Can I just flavor this as you're like sending these texts, you're like grabbing some of the food that's in your in the bag that was handed to you by the Follingers and just like biting it at first like calmly, and now it's just like growing more heavily as you have to explain further.
My eyes are still not open, but I am doing that.
My passive perception is a
It's like as you're like going on about how Tyrone plus power equals fire. You're like really tearing into this garlic bread piece.
this garlic bread is fire.
How obtuse is Transient being right now? Pretty obtuse.
If he doesn't get it after this, Jason's just going to put his phone down and go back to eating. He can let the rest of these guys deal with the crap.
You don't
He's
even
got
have to
his
have
part.
you don't even have to have your phone in your hands to text this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't, but it'd be weird if I didn't, being in a public place.
Honestly, he's probably just moving his fingers along the board and not actually typing anything, and it's just going through his mind.
I imagine that it could be both. I could absolutely see Jace being so familiar with his own damn phone that he can do it with his eyes closed.
Fair.
But honestly, you being with your typing with your eyes closed is weirder than everyone else at the table receiving texts from potentially anyone.
I already brought that up, and the DM just casually glossed over it, so I don't know what to tell you. I pointed out how weird it is that his eyes are closed. He's
Yeah.
looking straight ahead with his closed eyes, and his hand is texting at the same time. DM said nothing, so I'm just continuing.
Well, it's not that hard to know how you're texting via T9 text, as most of the people would assume. You know, on a passing glance, you're using a flip phone. Back in 2002, you only need to know 9 positions and how many times to click it.
It's the how many times to click it that always got me.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I didn't
do
start
something.
texting until I got a phone with a keyboard. But I got a phone with a keyboard like right after my Nokia. Oh no, wait. I had another flip phone that I broke the screen on.
So as you slink away from the group, who, aside from Jace, everyone seems to have a low enough passive to not notice you slink off towards the men's bathroom. You do overhear the slight, I wouldn't call it exactly a slam, but a firm placement of a phone on the table
Mm-hmm.
as Jace sends out that last text. Transient's still trying to exactly put the last remaining threads of this thought line together since he was not there this morning.
So DM, I just want to mention that my roll was 4 higher, so it's actually a 23. I rolled the wrong number.
Oh my.
Yeah. 13 plus
It's all right.
10, not
And,
6.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yeah.
Along with that, Transient, go ahead and give me an insight check to see if you can finally put 2 and 2 together while you're being this obtuse. Unless you're doing it just for kicks. Watch, beat the insight, then continue doing it just for kicks.
Let's see.
Natural 20
Oh.
for insight.
That's a +3.
There you go.
Dirty 20. So, in your mind, you do get, oh, the fire that they had to deal with was caused by a kid with superpowers related to fire. Huh. Double checking that last comment. Stop being dumb. You're a smart one, Ed. You quite obviously get that how his fire powers may work. Definitely set off, so it might allude to still new with the powers. But now, how you want to voice this out is all up to you, especially with that comment there.
Oh.
How can I phrase what I'm about to do?
You know it's gonna be weird when that comes up.
I
So
can explain.
now, at the moment, we have 3 people heading towards the bathroom. Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just trying to be quick?
I'm moving in a beeline straight for the bathroom.
Polly is just casually marching with him like she means to be here because psychologically that tends to work in most things, like even in restricted areas. If you march in like you are supposed to be there, people will assume you are. So she's just gonna casually walk.
I'm gonna add something to that last one. Let's see how well this plays out because.
Oh, Dahlia's gonna like put a hand on him like she's helping him get to the bathroom.
All right, so I'm betting that's a +2 to the roll because I got.
Are you doing stealth or deception?
I'm doing deception.
All right, give me that deception roll.
I got
Jace, you did get my message as I sent that. As you know, you're noticing that right as everyone else is moving.
Make way, there's a turtle head poking out.
Yes, Jace, that is the gist of what is happening.
Essentially, yes. So for those of you that can't, for those of you that don't know what's being said, Jace has said in general chat out of character. So there's 2 girls going into the boys' bathroom. Spencer is blocking the men's bathroom. The men's bathroom is full of smoke and the window is broken. And there is a hall monitor heading in. Yes, Jace. Yes, there is.
I'm looking for that frickin' I forget what it was, but it was the news story about a guy who just walked into the White House during an event, and the security assumed he was with the band, and the band assumed he was with the security, and he just walked right in unimpeded.
Rob banks that way by like saying, "Hey, you need to work on the safe. Please leave the money at the. Please put this money in this box so that we can work on the safe." And they actually emptied the safe for them. So like, this has been done.
The one wasn't in uniform. He wasn't dressed up or anything. People just
He was
assumed.
wearing a nice but not too nice suit.
He literally just walked in saying nothing, and people let him through.
Yeah.
Look, if you look like you belong somewhere,
No one's gonna question it.
yeah.
I belong in the bathroom. I mean,
On a lesser note, people have gotten free lunches for less.
I am so tempted just to, like, when everyone gets to the bathroom, go, pay the soul Lord, pay the price.
So,
I have a response to that if you say it.
I'm sure you do.
Spencer, as you're hearing multiple bodies start heading towards the men's bathroom, you are freaking out. You've already alerted Tyrone that the hall monitor is on his way, and the fire seems to have gone thicker, or the smoke has gotten thicker. The fire is starting to be noticeable as As
Yeah,
part of the stall seems to be lighting up. No, no, shoot, shoot, no, no, shoot,
I'm
shoot, no,
going
no,
to
shoot.
basically just. Okay, I have a solution for this, and the solution is to make things infinitely worse for both of us.
Oh my god!
I
I
left.
I was looking for that. Go ahead.
I left first, so will I be getting there soon?
Yes, you will be the first to get there. I just need to
Okay.
make one quick roll.
Oh no.
Wow. So there's a moment where you, Spencer, you actually see the smoke start flickering over the smoke detector. There is a bit of a pause as you recall the last time you saw a smoke detector get hit with smoke. It caused a loud noise and water to spray down over at the supermarket. You remember that when that happened?
Yes.
That doesn't happen here. The smoke detector does not react to the smoke.
Oh thank God.
Someone's already
Someone-
smoking.
I
in
mean,
there.
in Spencer said, "Thank goodness the fire detector doesn't work." Out of character, that is the most concerning thing I've ever seen in the high school.
Yeah.
That's, that's what I'm
Public
eternally
school,
screaming
so-
too.
Somebody turned it off because they like to smoke in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I hope that's the excuse and not
Yeah,
just someone being
character.
lazy.
In character as Spencer, I'm going to go, Tyrone, I need to ask you a question.
Yeah, you've been asking me questions quite a lot lately, and I've been asking you to leave me alone. But fine, go ahead. Ask your damn question right now.
Do you trust me?
About as much as I trust the tissue paper right now, and please.
Okay. In character as me. I would
Right
like
as
a
you s-
ruling on something, DM.
All right, go ahead real quick. But I will say that right before you do anything, Wilda will be reaching the door.
Okay.
For
This
him.
will probably.
Yes, bend.
Go ahead.
Spencer, let me through. Please.
Instant panic. Anyways, in character.
Instant panic in character.
Instant panic in character as Spencer. Let me. I need a ruling on one thing, DM. When it comes to the protector form and powers associated with it, I have something. When it comes to movement, I have time travel. Would you allow me to slow down time with time travel, or would that not be part of the power?
Let me double check that form real quick, because as much as that would be a fun way to flavor that, that would be more of time control.
It's more of just moving in time, but that's probably
Yeah,
not.
it's not
yeah.
traveling through time.
Okay.
It's just slowing it down.
Okay. So
That would be
Well, I
related
thought-
towards Speedster.
yeah, then I'm gonna go ahead and
Spencer,
how best to put this?
I can take care of it.
Yes.
Just let me through.
Spencer lets you through.
Okay, once I'm around the S bend, how close is the hall monitor?
The hall monitor is about halfway there. About to beat him to there would be the young man having to deceive his way over by holding his stomach, faking as though he's about to either puke or use the bathroom in a hurried manner. Am I right, Transient? And I think-
He's moving at a very, very stiff, quick pace.
Okay,
He's
well,
being ninja-esque.
if that is gonna happen, or if no one else is in here but Spencer and Tyrone, and there's a door between us, I'll go into water form. Distort my voice.
All right.
And say, I'm going to wrap myself around you because you're smoking and the hall monitor's coming in. Be quiet.
Whoa,
And then I go under the door
Spencer, is that you?
as the
Spencer,
water
is that you?
monster.
That's sounds a bit more feminine. Oh my God, there's a lot of water.
Yeah, and I basically go and smother him. And it hurts.
I have a question, DM.
1 second. So, as you go under the stall and see the portion on the inside, you see what seems to be a young lad going, becoming like almost transparent, see-through, and flickering in certain portions. Almost like what happens to you when you go in the water, but happening with fire. That being said, flicker back over to the outside area. Dahlia, as you're marching up, getting ready to back up transient, you see the hall monitor getting ready to go right behind Edward. How will you distract them?
Says, hey, psst, psst, Mr. Hall Monitor.
Jimmy threw up in the toilet again.
My friend Edward got really sick after he ate some of the tuna salad. Can you check on it? I think something's bad about it. My stomach's kind of hurting too. Ugh. And I mean, I assume she's gonna get some kind of bonus because she already looks gray and ill.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a persuasion. No, give me a deception check since you're trying to lie, and go ahead and add the 2 to that.
Okay. She's not have good deception, so we'll see how that goes.
Look, our Deceptor left the game.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Benny it.
Benny!
Benny and the Jets.
-1. Did I do that wrong? Benny.
-1.
There we go. Okay. Roll 1d20 plus
While
3.
that's happening, days continue to
Okay,
proceed.
17. That's better. So does Dahlia's feigned illness combined with Edward's feigned illness and blaming the tuna salad get the hall monitor to make a report?
I love the idea that we're lying about this, but there's a very real chance it could just be salmonella in the fucking tuna salad.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
it
there's
could be.
every chance.
Exactly. It's why Dahlia picked tuna salad, because of course it could have stuff in it.
I picked the tuna salad too because I'm a cat and I like fish.
And you haven't eaten it yet. It's been
Yeah.
sitting on its tray
I
at the
am-
table.
Can't wait to figure out that the next excuse for how we avoid getting into trouble is that half the school is sick on salmonella and doesn't notice our shit.
Half the classmates all call out because they all had tuna salad sandwiches.
We get away with having a big fight in the middle of the school because it's 2000 and all the security cameras are shit, and also there's no students.
Let's see. So that is a 13, 20. Let's keep it straight. What? Again?
Again?
I keep telling them to make sure to wash their hands and use gloves. Darn kids. All right. I was gonna use the bathroom. Guess I'll just use the ones on the inside. I'll be right back. Thank you for letting me know. If he starts throwing up, make sure to not let anyone else eat the tuna. Make sure to take him over to the nurse. All right. If you don't see me come back in 30 seconds, go get nurse.
Joy.
What? No, this isn't Pokemon. You kids and your Pokemon references. No. Nurse Depression.
Welcome to the infirmary. How can I fucking
Okay.
help you?
See, that's way funnier if their name is Nurse Depression and they look like Nurse Joy.
Nurse Depression, and they look like the most happy person on the planet.
Uh-huh.
That's an odd name you got there. What's the story behind that? Oh, it's the family name. It's been around for generations.
The Depression household.
My first
Hi-
name is Clinical. It's why I decided to be a nurse.
And not a psychologist.
My mother, Manic.
My
Used
father
to always-
was medical.
My father's psychosis was a really crazy man.
All right. Well, we succeeded. That is what's next, Ace.
We are actually gonna. I'm going to call it here. I know one of us is getting ready to bounce out, and want to keep this going together entirely as a group. But for now, we will call it here. I thank you everyone for joining us here at the at the showing. We will be back again 2 weeks from now and continue on with our wonderful lunchtime adventures before we get into the meats of the classes next time.
Bye.
Astronaut.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you again.
Adios.